Good morning and welcome to the Author Spotlight series. I am Tony, founder and owner of the Author Inkubator, and I am so excited to be joined by the phenomenal Miss Sharon Pinchback, author of Amy and Laura's Paint Play Date. Miss Sharon, welcome to the Author Spotlight series. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of
Very
course.
excited.
Yeah, as you should be. Welcome. I'm so glad to have you. So I'd love to kind of just dive in. We'll talk about your book in a second, but I would love to just kind of hear from your perspective, what kind of initially launched you into saying, you know what, I want to be an author. What was that defining moment for you?
Well, I've always written as a child, but I had a death in my family,
Mm.
and I wanted to do something in education. So I took some courses in early childhood learning, and my professor asked me to write a story. I was like, no, I like math right now. So I wrote the story. It was late, but she gave me a B plus. And I said, well, maybe I'll do something with this. And that's what maybe made me sit down and decide to write this story and complete it.
Okay, okay. So talk to me about kind of the process when you first, you think, I'm going to write this book about Amy and Laura, kind of how that the idea came up to be for you.
I've always liked children.
Okay.
And like I said, I had death in my family. And so I needed to go back and give something back to education. Then
Hmm.
I had a wonderful guy working with me named Miles Nobles, and he had written some books. And I asked him, how did he go about it? And he led me to a great guy called Tony Shavers. And that's where it started at. So from there, he directed me when I felt like I couldn't go through with it or I had issues. He was always there for me. So that kind of carried me through. And of course, the finance carried me through too. But it was a great venture. I loved it, and it's just been great. It's just been great for me.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. So I'd love to hear, and for those who will be watching, this the interview, talk to us a little bit about what Amy and Laura's paint play is all about. Kind of walk us through the story a little bit.
Okay, I have girlfriends that I've had since I was 12.
Okay.
And I noticed that that was kind of missing in the school setting, like true friendship.
Mhm.
So I wanted to do something to make you think about what could be. And
Mm.
so a lot of young girls were having play dates at that time. And I just wanted to give something to that moment. And I love friendship and things like that, and camaraderie and teamwork. So that's what made me decide that, I want to see these girls be friends and teamwork and working together. And that's what I wanted to see. And that encouraged me more to go about putting this book in or making it go to completion. I really, I wanted to see that happen in the school system.
Okay. I, which is really important now, especially,
Yes,
right? That the sense of connection and community
yes,
is
yes,
so needed, especially with the
yes.
younger kids. Yeah. So
Accountability.
outside of the friendship element, are there any other kind of themes throughout your book that are important for young readers to know about, understand throughout the story of Amy and Laura?
Yes, don't give up your creativity and your imagination.
Mm.
Um, Make sure your friends are feel like they're needed within the relationship.
Mhm.
Um, when they need someone to talk to, be there for them. So those things, camaraderie was a main issue with me
Yeah.
about kids really being friends with each other, true friendship. So that's one of the things that I wanted to, monitor and
Mm.
just enjoy simple pleasures in life.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
simple things are so important. So that was another thing that I wanted to push forward. So those are two of the things. Just creativity. I love imagination,
Mhm.
and we were losing it. We were
Yeah.
losing it in the school system. So
Yeah, yeah.
to
What
replenish
was kind of the most enjoyable moment for you as you were kind of navigating the process of self-publishing? So was it like the initial writing stage? Was it the kind of illustration stage? Kind of what was the most enjoyable moment for you as you went through the process?
I love the illustration stage.
Mm.
When it first started with Mike, I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this, but I knew that he was professional. He knew more than me, and so did you. And the pictures, the illustration was absolutely beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful. And once it came to fruition, I was just so excited and so happy about it
mm,
because the children look like our children,
yeah.
look like little girls and little boys from all cultures. So I really love the illustration with the book.
Okay, all right, awesome, awesome. I want to flip that now to hear about maybe some challenges, right? So a lot of authors, right, when you're stepping into a new territory, it's unfamiliar, it's nervous, it's kind of frightening. What were some maybe of the most challenging parts for you as you were, writing this book, or even the process that you maybe found challenging or difficult or nerves around?
My biggest challenge was finance. Um, but I knew this was something that was going to be worth investing in.
Hmm.
And the challenge was just making sure that I completed something because I don't like to start something and stop in the middle. I wanted
Yeah.
to come to completion. So it was on my mind all the time. And the last day we completed it, and I remember it coming to my house, and I sat on my porch and said, I've done it. So it was just a great feeling, a
Yeah.
great, great feeling. Yes,
Yeah. So I want to hold on to that great feeling moment for you. And one of the things that I encourage a lot of authors to do when they order that proof copy in the mail and then get it in their hands for the very first time, talk to us about that moment for you when you got your proof order in the mail. What was that moment for you? Outside of I did it. Any other feelings came up for you? Sense of accomplishment, sense of pride and ownership. What was that moment for you when you first got that package from Amazon?
all of those came into fruition. I thought about James Patterson. I said, here I am. I'm right here with you.
Hmm.
So just writing the book was such a beautiful, beautiful moment. And to see something it's really a great book for children. It's
Hmm.
a
Yeah.
great motivational book. It's a great incentive. And it teaches you things about organization
Hmm.
and accountability. So when I received the book in the mail, I just sat on the porch and read it to myself and just full of happiness about it.
Yeah.
I was really pleased with myself,
Yeah.
really pleased with myself.
I love that. I love that. And then that's kind of one of the greatest things about um, authorship, especially in the self-publishing space. I tell clients all the time that the book is just a byproduct, right? Like who you are and who you're gonna become as a result of this is really where the transformation begins. Like this is
Exactly.
more than just about you writing a book. This is a level of confidence that you're building within yourself that
Yes.
you can step into new territory, you can do hard things, and you can do it well.
Yes.
So I commend you and give you kudos for literally doing something that 81% of people only dream about doing, right? This is only a dream for some people. So the fact that you've actually accomplished it should be a very, very big deal for you to
It
continue to
is.
celebrate. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It is.
So were there any kind of doubts that you may have had or obstacles you may have faced along the way that you feel like you overcame as a result of you going through this journey of writing your book? Any moments of self-doubt for you?
No, because I had already written the book. So the thing with me is I'm in it to win it. That's what it came to after I got you involved and Mike was involved and the editor was involved. It was like, I am in this to win this. So that's how I felt about it. And now I just want to do series. So that's where I am with this book at this point.
Okay. All right. Well, that actually leads to my very next question about like Sharon as the author, the impact, the vision that you may have for your book. So you just kind of alluded to there's going to be more. So talk to us about kind of what this grand vision is that you have for yourself, and does it continue to it will center around Amy and Laura still. Are there any other adventures that they'll be maybe going on?
Well, Amy and Laura, part two and part three has already been written.
Okay.
So I'm just working on getting the finances together to do it. But these books are already written, and the second one with Amy and Laura I think it's even better than the first.
Okay. Okay. Can we
I
get
am
a
so
sneak
excited.
preview on what they're going to be doing? I mean, I know we had the paint play date. What about the second and third
Well,
one?
in the second one, Laura has a Laura has a stuffed giraffe that was given to her as a baby that she slept with all the time. And
Hmm.
the family got a dog, and the dog ate the stuffed animal. So Laura was trying to, Amy was trying to find ways to make her feel better. So they decided they heard something on TV about a giraffe who had went through gestation, and
Hmm.
he was getting ready to have his giraffe. And they called the station. Her mom called the station, and they got her involved. They didn't tell her. It was all going to be a surprise. And I don't want to tell the whole story,
Yeah, no, no, yeah.
but when they got to the zoo, they called her name, and she became involved with it, and it was just good friendship qualities again.
Hmm.
So they stick together, they worry about each other when they're sad, and they're just good friends. And the third
Yeah.
one is going to be about them taking music lessons, because I am a violinist, so one will be playing the violin and one will be playing the flute. So
Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited. I went through the first book with you. I'm excited for now the second and the third one.
yes,
And again, those themes of just kindness and respect and
yes,
um just gratitude for each other and space. I think it's going to be so important as you continue to capitalize on those themes throughout each of these
yes,
three books that you will write, the
yes,
next two that you will write.
yes,
So I think you're grounded in such an important lessons that kids will be able to really pick up on, right?
exactly.
It's going to be so important. Okay, I'm excited. That makes me happy to
Great,
hear what's coming up next for you.
great, thank you.
Have you gotten maybe feedback from your first book from any kids, any people
Oh
in your
my God.
network? What has that been?
Oh, the whole entire school bought my book. Every teacher in the school bought
Like,
bought my book. I'm a substitute, so wherever I go, they always buy. The principal has the book in the office. She's
mm,
mentoring from that, so everyone has bought the book. So
yeah,
I'm just really excited that it's given off a good message, and I want to harness in some of those good values that we had, and we need to get back.
right,
So
right, right.
that's where I am.
So I think you're in a pretty sweet spot, being in the subspace, you get to travel to different,
Yes,
schools, and
yes,
that's an opportunity to also then say, you know what, hey, outside of being a sub, I'm also an author, and hey, I have a book that teaches kids about values of respect and kindness and friendship and camaraderie and community. How can we bring this book to your school, right? So the
yes.
fact that you're getting such the garnering so much attention from the teachers already who are supporting you should say a big deal about kind of where you're headed and where you can go with this book. I tell people all the time, like, the book can open up so many doors for you,
It
right?
will.
Just by literally saying that you're an author, people will open the gates for you. If you do it right, right? So you are
Exactly.
definitely on the right track for sure. For sure. Okay, awesome. Awesome. I'm glad to hear
Great
that.
networking. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so I want to switch gears a little bit and kind of go through Miss Sharon as the person, right? Outside of the author, what are maybe three things that readers would not expect to know about you? Three like fun facts that maybe they won't pick up from just like reading the book about the book from the book that you wrote.
I love to travel,
Okay.
and across the waters a couple of times, Spain, Italy, the kind
Right.
of thing. I love to mingle with people. I love all kinds of music, classical, country, rap. I love everything. I move along with the system. I'm right there. And I love to read. Love
Mm,
to read. So,
mhm,
and I love people. I just love meeting people, communicating, especially senior citizens also.
mhm.
So that's what I love about life.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite quote or a mantra that kind of inspires you in the moment of either self-doubt, in the moment of just when you need to pick me up? Anything comes to mind and resonate with you?
And still I rise.
Mm,
And still I rise. No
mm,
matter what, I have a God, and still I rise. So I put my faith in that,
yeah.
and I keep on moving with life, you know.
I got chills right now, and still, yeah, no matter what that I go through.
Yes.
I can rise from it.
You will. You
Hmm.
will.
Hmm. Oof. I'm getting some chills right now. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Right.
I want to hear, so I want to take you back to the porch when you were
Mhm.
on the porch reading your book, from the proof copy that you ordered. What did you do outside of maybe just reading the book to yourself to kind of celebrate this milestone, that you've accomplished, in writing and publishing your first book?
Well, my family took me to dinner.
Okay.
I had lost a son, so we were all in that moment of memory to know that this is he's one of the pushes for the book. So we just celebrated life, to be able to do something different and keep moving, no
Mm,
matter what, keep moving. So during that time, I just sat on the porch and read it and said, "You've done it, girl." So just happiness, just
yeah.
happiness. But went to dinner, so we celebrated.
Okay. Ugh. I'm getting so much energy just moving through the screen and moving through the interview, with you. And I thank you for your vulnerability, right, in the space. And kind of thank you for sharing kind of your gifts with the world, right? And that you're
Thank you.
continuing to lean into that for the young babies who need it so desperately.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, so you are doing phenomenal work. So you should be extremely proud of what you have done thus far, the work you have to continue to do, right? So do you feel like there will be after this third series, I feel like there are so many different avenues that you can take Amy and Laura, like so many different ways of um adventure and imagination. Do you feel like
yes.
you'll stop at three? Do you feel like there'll be more after that?
Well, I've taken it to reading. I read the book in different classes. I do that I'm going to do the book fair.
Okay.
Um, there's so many things you can do, but just making sure that the message is gotten across that I believe in kindness for children because we're losing so much of that.
Yeah.
And love, they want to be loved, and friendship is one way of getting to that. So um, I don't know exactly what's going to be after this.
Mhm.
But I know I will always continue to write.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
always continue to write
Awesome.
because there's always something to write about.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Especially in today's world right here. And all you
exactly.
is to write about. Absolutely. I hear that. I hear that. Um, for those that are gonna be looking up this title of Amy and Laura's Paint Play Date and future work from yourself, if you had to leave maybe Sharon's kind of golden nugget or sharing like words of wisdom about why this book is needed in schools, why parents should buy this book for their children, why schools should invest in this book. What would that be for you? What would you say if you were speaking directly to a parent or a school leader about the importance of this book and why it's needed?
I think that the gems that they give you within the book helps our kids through success in the future.
Mhm.
You need a lot of these things to be successful in the future. And in order to do that, you have to start when they're young.
Yeah.
And this book will encompass that when they're young, and it could be for boys and girls. So the world is changing, and I understand that, but still, there's also goodness, and we can still include that inclusivity. We can still include that in our school
Absolutely.
culture. So
Absolutely.
that's what I would like the teachers to see. Like I said, I have a principal who had it on the desk. So I know it's an important book, and we just need to help our kids with this so they'll know that these were important things that we did
Yeah.
to be successful.
Yeah, I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. And for those who are interested, where would they find your book so that they can purchase that? What would they
It's
do?
on Amazon.
Okay. All
This is
right.
it's on Amazon, so we have
Okay.
5 stars.
All right. Gotta love the reviews. Love the reviews. Awesome.
Yes, so it's on Amazon. It's $15, but it's a good book and it's worth it. So
All right. You
please
heard
reach
that.
out and
It is a
purchase.
great book. Highly
Yes,
recommend those who are going to be watching this to read it, and invest in it and get it for your school, for your
yes.
or your community, for your children in your lives because it's a phenomenal book that you'll really, really enjoy. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Well, Miss Sharon, it was a pleasure. I thank you so much for the time and the space and for your energy and for doing something that, again, 81% of people only dream about doing. I cannot wait to see the rest of your literary work moving forward over the next coming years as and see how Amy and Laura continue to, evolve and grow, right, within themselves and their character and their strengths that they embody, right? So kudos to you, and thank you so much for being a part of the Author Spotlight series.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed.
Alrighty, I'm gonna stop.